Hi you guys, Miss Jess from the Monroe Street Art Center, and I have an Art Kit 6 project for you guys. Inside of your kits, you guys have some awesome black drawing paper. So we're going to use that today to make some deep sea creatures. Okay. Inside of your kit, you also have at the very bottom some kind of colored piece of awesome cardstock paper. They're all different colors. Mine was purple, and one of them was pink and yellow, I think. So whatever color you had, go ahead and take that out. We're also going to use our crayons and oil pastels. So I just put mine in a little tray here. We're going to use those. You're also probably going to want a glue stick if you have it, or some kind of glue, Elmer's glue, your pencil from your kit, and then a pair of scissors, and of course a black sheet of that drawing paper. Okay, so think about, for this project, we're actually going to start with that piece of colorful cardstock paper. I started another one here for you guys because this time I want to do a jellyfish. So what I did was started with my pencil, and I just sketched out my jellyfish nice and slow. I really took my time drawing it, right? And then I used a scissors and I carefully started to cut out all of the tentacles on my jellyfish. The same thing that I did for these little fish, I just drew the shape of their tail with my pencil, drew the body, and then cut it out, right? Same thing with crazy looking fish. Okay, so on this one I started cutting it out already because I knew this was going to take me some time. So I just have one last piece to cut out here, and then we're going to glue it to our black paper. So it doesn't have to necessarily be a fish, and that's kind of why I wanted to make this one look a little bit different, like a jellyfish. You could do a shark, you could do a whale. Think about all the different kinds of sea creatures that you know. Or this could also be cool to do some kind of like space creature too, since we have an awesome black piece of paper to use. Okay, so I got my jelly all cut out here. On this side I have pencil lines. I don't know if you guys can see them. So since I've got tracing lines on this side, I'm actually going to put my glue on this side and then stick it down. I've got a lot of little tentacles I have to be careful about when I glue this, so I need to glue super carefully. I'm actually going to glue it on another side of the table here too, just so it doesn't stick to my workspace here. So I'm going to glue the whole thing. Be generous with the glue too, right? Because we don't want this to fall off, especially since we're going to be drawing on top of it too. We really want to make sure it's going to stick to the page well. Okay. So many legs. Actually, okay. Glued to the table. Okay, so super sticky, shiny on the back. And I'm going to set it on top of my black paper. Here's a little trick. Since it's really gluey, I'm actually going to flip it over and just rub the back. That'll help it stick. Okay, let's flip it over. Voila! Okay, so now I'm ready to decorate. I think for this jellyfish, I'm going to do some purple with my oil pastels. I'm just going to add like little suckers on his tentacles. They sort of cling to things, right? And I'll hold it up here in a second so you guys can see. Now, with my oil pastels, something cool that you guys can do and practice with these is mixing colors or blending colors. So I'll make a couple big purple dots so you guys can really see. Okay. So, oil pastel with some purple polka dots. Now, if I take a white, and you guys, my white is so gross, you guys, I'm so sorry. But if you have like a white or another color even that you want to try to blend with, what you can do is just layer them on top of each other. And it makes it look really interesting, right? Sort of gives it a cool effect. It blends a little bit of light purple, white, and dark purple all at the same time. It also makes them stand out quite a bit here, and I'll hold it up again so you guys can see. Like that. Okay, maybe my jellyfish needs some big eyes so it can see. 1, 2. Let's see, I'm going to draw just some extra details to this little eye. Black dot on the inside, maybe some eyelashes. Oh, this is really cute. Okay, And then maybe what else I want to do is add some bubbles or some seaweed around my jellyfish. You notice on this one, these are like almost like swamp fish or lake fish maybe. There's lily pads and seaweed floating around them. This one is like a deep sea fish, right? It has this little light on the end so it can see in really, really dark waters. So with this one, let's see. Another way to use your oil pastels, if you take the wrapping off the outside and you hold it flat, you can actually rub it against your paper like that. So I'll rub it, I don't know if you guys can see here, against the side, and it can change the color of my black paper. So now I've got some awesome blue highlights around my jellyfish. I'm going to add some bubbles. Okay, so take your time with this, you guys. Have fun. There's so many different creatures in the sea, so you guys could come up with literally anything. Okay, if you would like to share your creations with us, I would love to see what you guys come up with. Have fun.